Nishmas, Maris Rachalev, Reb Chaim Tzvi, and Yeshua Klali, and Veruchani La'aron Shmuel, Ben Zisel Esther. When we take a look at Parshat Tetzaveh, which is really, in a certain way, the continuation of Parshat Truma being the instruction to build the items that are found in the Mishkan and the Tabernacle, Parshat Tetzaveh, which is the only Parsha since Moshe Rabbeinu's birth, which does not mention his name, details specific instructions to Aaron, the Kohen, and the other Kohanim, specifically the Big Day Kahuna, the clothes of the high priest, and the inauguration service that took place, inaugurating them in this special service. What therefore needs to be understood is the last parak, the last chapter in Parshat Tetzaveh, which seemed really not to fit. And that is, the Chumash tells us, you shall make an altar on which to bring incense up in smoke. Of acacia wood shall you make it. And it describes its length and its height. And it describes how this is placed before the partition that is by the ark of the testimonial tabrets, in front of the cover that is on the testimonial tabrets, where I shall set my meetings with you. And upon it shall Aaron bring the spice incense up in smoke. Every morning when he cleans the lamp, he shall bring it up in smoke. And when Aaron kindles the lamp in the afternoon, he shall bring it up in smoke. It's a continual incense before Hashem for your generation. So this is very interesting. We have here the Mizbeach HaZahav, the golden altar, which was found in the Heichal next to the menorah and the Shulchan. And on it was the Ketoret, the incense offering that was brought every morning and every evening. So the question the Mefarshim asks, the question which is articulated in source 2, is why is this Mizbeach found in our Parsha when it should really belong with a list of other parts of the Mishkan, other Kalim, other vessels that were found in Parshat Truma? That's its place. Why is the Mizbeach HaZahav found at the end of talking about the Kohanim and what was unique to them, when it really is out of place? It was part of what was found in the Mishkan itself. And there are many answers that the Mefarshim give. I'd like to, Amir Hashem, today focus in on developing three and a half approaches. Again, utilizing the model that we've used in the past of Ben Adam La'atzmo, between man and one's fellow man, Ben Adam L'makom, between man and God, and Ben Adam L'chaveiro, between man and one's fellow man. But before we do this, I'd like to just take a small tour of trying to understand what this incense sacrifice was about. And the secondary question which we have to ask ourselves, aside from what is it doing in our Parsha, the second question is, why is it called a Mizbeach, an altar, at all? An altar is usually a place where we sacrifice animals. Here there are no animals sacrificed. Here we are offering up incense as in a pleasing aroma to God. What's the concept of Mizbeach HaZahav, the golden altar? So Rav Rice in Merosh Surim gives us an overview of some highlights that are well known about the Ketoret, important insights that help us understand the concepts that Amir Hashem we will be developing. The first thing that he notes in source number 3 is we know how special the korbanos are in front of Hashem. And every korban and every sacrifice has something unique, some quality that is unique. Ulam, the asterisk in 3, Hasfarim HaKadoshim Etzatetim Et Tamur B'Zohar HaKadosh, a rabbi's quote which is found in the Zohar. She'en lecha davar chaviv lifnei Kadosh Baruch Hu kiktoret. There's nothing more beloved to Hashem than the Ketoret, than the sacrifice of these spices. V'hu chashuv yoter v'yoter mikol hakorbanot, and it's more special than all the other sacrifices. What is so unique about this incense offering, this Ketoret? So in source number 4, and Amir Hashem will develop this idea as well more in depth. The korbanos, the sacrifices themselves, are a reflection of the ability of a person to come close to Hashem. Korban comes from the idea kuf reish beis, karov, coming close. And the idea of a korban is the idea that a person who has sinned, who has done something wrong, can offer up a sacrifice, so to speak, dam tachad dam, its blood in place of my blood. And in this way, I, who have distanced myself through sin, have the ability now to come close to Kadosh Baruch Hu through expiation, through the sacrifice of this animal. And obviously this includes vidui, confession, and a desire to come close to God. And the korban is just a reflection of this state of mind. Ketoret, on the other hand, comes from a different word, and that's in source 5. Ketoret has the understanding of kishur. Kuf tet reish in Aramaic is similar to kuf shin reish in Hebrew. That's the idea of kesher, of connection.